and say it. Welcome to episode number 2, season 2 of the OpTic podcast, the long-awaited. First, thank you, Karma, for coming on for the first time ever.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here.
It's my first time ever, too.
No, it's not.
Nobody cares.
Wait,
No, it's
not. No, it's not. You've been here before. Anyway,
Have I?
As usual, your host, Hector, OpTic Hex, Rodriguez. Guess who? Something. We have Damon, Karma, Barlow, Seth, Scumpy, Scumper, Jumper, Abner,
I'm back at it.
and Ian,
Been his line all
Crimsix,
day.
Potter.
Yeah,
Henry
Ray.
Potter.
Hi, Ray.
Oi, Eri.
What do you think? I'm a wizard.
You know what I was just thinking about right now, this instant, as we started to have a conversation, is that you need to get glasses, Krim.
Why?
Because everybody else on the team has glasses.
Yeah.
I need to get
That ain't
contacts.
happening.
I look horrible with glasses. Whenever I have contacts on, holy shit.
Yeah, you look
Do you
like a
see?
clown.
Do you see a Davis? We're gonna
He's
check
gone.
to see like how close, because I can't see your fucking face. You're like this.
I know.
All right.
gonna
So
eat the
there's
mic?
the camera.
I'm strategically hiding from you.
Got it. Yo, so do you see? You know, since you're saying that you look ugly with glasses, do you see less of attention from the girls when you wear glasses and when you don't?
IRL girls, yes. E-girls are always the same.
They don't care about the glasses.
They don't care about
No.
the glasses. All they care about is the followers.
You got those.
That's funny.
The followers.
Oh God.
The reputation.
Ooh.
Let's quit while we're ahead. All right, Karma, thanks for coming
Oh
on.
my God.
I am gonna tell you and forewarn you that this does not count as your first appearance on the podcast as a guest. You're a guest as part of the Call of Duty team guest minus formal. So we're gonna have to have you come back with Big Timer and Embos.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, so
I'll be
save
here.
some of your jokes, some of
Okay.
your personality for the day that comes. My voice just got way better. Anyway, you're here because we want to do the podcast and make it really good, but most importantly to talk about the current state of Call of Duty, competitive Call of Duty at that.
Oh, yeah.
In your eyes and in your opinion. I know you made a video. It was very good. A lot of people thought that I was going to get mad about it for some reason, but I thought that you worded it correctly. You made sure that you were concise with your thinking, and that you were offering some insight to the devs that maybe.
They don't care.
Well, some of them often hide
Yeah,
me.
pretty much.
Some of them.
Bro, it's been the same shit for the past
Same
7-8 years. They don't
Oh,
give
yeah.
a damn. A single damn about us. They're just throwing dollars at us right now. 4 million?
A couple
Here you
of
go.
hours.
No. Let's talk
Oh.
about how many camos they put in yesterday
How many?
and accessories. They
Good.
put in at least.
No, yeah, they
They put in at least 40 camos.
There was a lot.
40
dude.
camos, like
I think I
25
turned your stream
weapon
on,
accessories.
and there were like 10 more rows. Of
Oh.
interesting fact that I've heard. 2.5 years on IW's campaign. 6 months on multiplayer. 6 months.
Campaign.
I
was
mean,
lit, though.
to their credit, that campaign
Their campaign was one of the best campaigns
ever.
Oh,
Have you
now
played it yet?
now
Have
I'm
you
mad.
played it?
Now you're enraged.
Yeah.
Played
That
it?
was the wrong
good.
thing. I
It
wanted
was
to hear.
good.
I mean, they got Conor McGregor,
Bro, it was,
Jon Snow.
It was so good.
Like, what did you expect?
You guys are gonna call me a nerd for this, but I didn't play it.
Me neither.
I just watched the movie.
Same.
I watched someone play campaign.
Same.
That's how good it was.
Same. I didn't play. I haven't
Really?
played campaign since Crossing the Rhine, Call of Duty 2. But I know. I mean, I watched some of the
It was
stuff.
like watching a movie.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting. It's good. Props. Thank you, Infinity
Yeah,
War.
thank
Infinite,
you. Good
Infinity War.
campaign.
Good campaign. Don't listen to Seth. But back to the thing. If it will, no matter how much time they spend on it, like it ultimately it shows on and it's showing right now, right? I think this is one of the least interesting times that I've had in competitive Call of Duty personally. I even had to have DeSerto Mike write down a couple of questions because I'm really not, aside from your games and some like of the other teams that I think are contenders, aside from those games, I don't really watch it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on the inside, and maybe it has a lot to do with the fact that they released, my second favorite game of all time, Modern Warfare Remastered. And when you said that they released 40 camos for Infinite Warfare, it kind of hurt me a little bit because we haven't had any camo updates on Modern Warfare Remastered. Not that I would like
Well,
them.
that was the whole kit thing. That was MWRs, and then they finally did IWs.
Oh, so
That's why.
okay, so they were late to release on that, so
Yeah,
they gave
I
us
mean,
that at least.
That's what I'm guessing.
Everything else has been late, so yeah.
All right, so
Probably makes
let's start. I mean, I have
like
a whole
boots
list.
on the ground COD has been 3 years late.
But do you really think that would make that big of a difference?
No, because Black Ops 3 was a really, really good COD.
It was insanely good. I haven't had that
hated
much.
it. I didn't like it.
You didn't like what was there not to
I
like?
like the start of it, but then they
shoot
started like
It just got really bad
Can you shoot
because
straight?
You couldn't shoot straight.
no. Then they
The
started. Then
the
they started
mechanics,
nerfing
man.
like sliding and then
Mechanics.
like recoil, and then they started like nerfing ADS times. Like every gun had a different ADS time.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
even like
stupid.
near the end of the game, it just became like the ban and protects were really, really bad.
People were spotting
Like-
lanes over fucking barns.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Over buildings in the spawn, they were wall running, jumping over it, spotting mid map.
On Black, we're still on Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3, yeah.
I still thought it was fun.
I thought it was really
I
fun.
mean, it was fun.
I played it every day.
It was fun, but then when people started abusing it,
Yeah.
it started to get like.
Oh, I hated playing against those nerds on GBs. I hated it.
it was just like.
So I mean, like at the end of the game, like Redwood was probably like really not fun to play at all. I don't think it was really a good map in the first place, but like near the end of the game, you literally could wall run through the middle of the map like Tarzan.
Yeah, Redwood was horrible.
Yeah.
You know, we got Nagafen beginning of the year 3-piecing us from under the map,
Yep.
going under the trees.
Yeah,
Come on,
see,
man.
it's like, what
Oh,
is that?
oh,
man?
Come on,
yeah.
man.
What is that?
I mean, I guess that adds like the level of intricacy that goes into the esport. I don't know. Again, it's gonna
I
be
mean,
it's gonna be a
you
toss
can
up.
do that
It
on
just
every
comes
map.
down to wall
you can do that
running.
on every single map.
Wall running is just like one of the biggest problems in these last two games.
I would say this. I would say Black Ops 3 without wall runs would have been incredible. Like, literally incredible.
Yes.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because then you can't have people abusing shit. And it's just like imagine Redwood without wall runs. I'd be like, this map's beautiful. I love this map.
Yeah. No, I mean, I mean, I guess we can pinpoint everything. All right, but Black Ops 3 was last year. It was a good game in my opinion. I played a lot of it, so I had a lot of fun. This year, though, from the beginning there was issues.
Worst COD ever made.
I mean, come on. The thing is this, and for
Not
those
even gassing it.
no, all right. For those of you watching this for the first time and don't know Seth has always been a huge proponent of saying things in private like, all right, as pro players, and this is to his peers, as pro players, we cannot down talk a game because, the second that we start down talking the game, we have a large audience, the fans are going to start doing that. He's never done that publicly, has never said this is the
I
worst
mean, if
game,
I don't
even
do it,
when he-
everyone else is just going to do it. So it's like, why does it matter if I say it? Everybody else already has said it and says it every single day.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference.
And they have to know it.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
I
why
mean,
else
can you
would
sit
they?
I'll
there
tell
and
you
play
what the
pubs
difference
all
is.
day?
Why else would they release a remastered game on the same year? They had to have known this shit was going to tank.
Well, I don't know.
They
I
had to.
think they were overdue. I think that was they had to do it. A re-release is another way to make bank, and they made bank because everybody wanted it back, and everybody cheered for it at COD Champs when they announced that it was coming back. I know I did. I still play it. I play 6 hours a night, every single night. I would play more if the old men of OpTic weren't such big pussies. Hutch specifically, who gets off to cook dinner. Okay. But I don't know.
Wait, what? Pause. What?
Yeah.
Really?
So we'll start playing. He only
What's
plays.
he make?
I don't know, like Blue Apron, like recipes and shit. Have you heard of Blue Apron?
No.
No
What
idea.
is that?
I don't know
Sounds
if you.
like some-
It's like they send you like recipes and instructions
Oh.
on how to make it.
So he's not even actually cooking.
Well, no, he's making it himself. No,
I
like
mean,
raw
he's cooking,
ingredients.
but he's no creative juices flowing.
No. He's following a pattern. He's not. He's no Fwiz.
What a pussy.
Okay, he's no Fwiz. Fwiz is
Wiz is a chef.
well, Fwiz is almost as good as I am. Okay, on the pants and on the grills. All right, we're digressing. Karma, you had a very very long rant. If you, I think it was more of a conversation starter, if anything else, because it got a lot of attention. It all started with your Reddit post.
Yeah, that was fucked up. I posted it. It was literally me sitting there after we didn't get a scrim for like 2 days, and I'm sitting there eating my chicken. Like, we can't scrim. Teams are telling us that we can't scrim because people are joining our lobby.
Yeah.
Which is
Like, I've never had that
BS.
happen, dude.
That is.
I've never had that happen. And like, yeah, like some days it's ridiculous. Some days, like the last couple days, we have had nobody join. So like, I mean, I don't know what the deal is, but
We
it was
think
just
we're
it was just
blacklisted.
really aggravating.
I'm not gonna. I didn't mean to say that word, but we think it's a possibility. I mean,
Why
definitely
can't you
by
say
one
blacklist?
because last time that happened, Seth. Last time that happened, you guys made 4 videos each.
Yeah.
The
I made
entire
one.
Get milked.
Nah.
Milked.
Everyone else except for literally everyone in the whole community got roasted.
Cole got milked.
I didn't even know what they were talking about.
Okay,
and
you
then
may have not known, but that was a conversation. I saw the logs. It was a thing.
I literally woke up one day to like 40 mentions saying like, why'd you blacklist OpTic? I'm like, what is a blacklist? Like, what are
Yeah.
you guys even talking about?
Well, look, I get it, but that was a thing. I saw the logs. I saw it. Like, people sent me the entire Skype chat methods, and who else was there? Like, I still to this day, like, I don't think methods and like we're cool now, but there was this one time where methods and like OpTic and me specifically, because I always treated the kid like super good. Like, I stopped talking to him because he was part of that, you know. Anyway, that's not that. What if you guys are being blacklisted now? I don't know. That's that whatever. You know, I guess props to you guys. But okay, go on. You the Reddit thread. You were eating your chicken, and then you said to yourself, you know what? It's a good idea if I put what I'm thinking right now into words.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if it really was. Like, I even said, you know, I'm not gonna sit there and write an essay and fucking perfectly format it for
Right,
you.
of course.
You know, I was just gonna type up like, I don't know. In my head, I was like, let me think of 3 points that, you know, are just points about the game that just don't really make sense, and I named 3 things.
All right, for those who didn't read it,
I talked
including
about
me.
Synaptic Bot. I talked about the camo guy, and I talked about Uplink as like the mechanics of Uplink. And, like, the bot, everybody knows the bot's messed up. You go into a public match and you're playing 6v6 bots. Like, tell me it's not OP or tell me it's not broken. I mean, you can't really, like, you shoot the guy in the legs, you're not going to kill him. You know, like, there's just a bunch of shit that happens with that guy. The camo guy, I mean, you can't hear camo. Camo was like OP in the beginning, and then they fixed it, and then
Yeah,
they
they
made it
fixed
super
it.
OP again.
They fixed
for no
it. I
reason.
don't know what happened.
And
What
like,
did they add to it to fix it?
They
The-
made
the
it so like
lights.
there was like a little red light,
Yeah, you could see the
You could
red or,
see it.
red or blue light.
and that like you couldn't hear it like in Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3, you
but-
could hear it, and you can see that.
yeah,
the
you
distortion.
can like see the red light though. But now like you see, I don't know. It's basically like
You're
phantom.
invisible.
you have phantom.
Yeah, you're invisible.
You barely see it. Like if he camos, dude, he could sit around like I said in the video. He could literally tap your ass and you wouldn't even know it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like it's ridiculous, and it lasts for like 10 seconds. So you know, like they could be doing so many different things to you during that time.
So instead of planning a bomb or maybe getting a kill or calling a position, you think he's gonna be there like
yeah, I mean,
molesting
half
you.
the
It's like,
time,
You could
like,
actually
where your brain
literally
went.
watch a camo player, and what they do is they camo and they sit there behind you and they look at you.
You could be
Yeah,
in a
I think-
1v1, just get on the bomb. If you get to like 2 seconds and pop camo, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
If you're just laying on bomb, he can't see
Like
it.
as a camo player, there's sometimes when like a hard point needs to be contested or else we lose, and I'll just camo and just sit in the hill, wait 10 seconds, or however. It's like what?
And then get a kill at the
Wait,
end.
they
of
Yeah,
it.
can't.
and then
They
get a-
can't. They can't.
They literally
spot you?
cannot see you.
It's
I mean-
impossible.
I mean, they can see you. Like you would have to get like super lucky. Like literally, what I do is there'll be like 3 people in front of me, and I'll just camo and then run past them, kill the furthest guy in the back. That is what like my goal is with camo.
to get in the hill
in,
contest.
in hard point. Just kill the like literally run past people, like distract them and shit, and then kill the guy in the back. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what everyone does.
Yeah. And-
Did both of you read what he wrote on the Reddit thread?
No.
Did
I
you
don't-
delete it? I never found it.
I don't get on Reddit.
I deleted it, and then they like reposted it because I was just like, holy shit, it's just a shit show. And then I deleted it again, so I deleted it. Like I deleted it, they reposted it, I deleted it.
Who's they?
I don't know. Somehow
Wait,
it
did,
like
did you post it on the COD competitive
Yeah,
or on
the
our,
COD
on
one.
our Reddit?
the COD one.
Got it.
But yeah, I don't know how that happened. But then the last thing was just Uplink. I was like, Uplink was pretty good when the game first came out. You know, like it's not really a good game mode. It's super straight up. Like you kill the team or you kill 4 of them in front of you. You kill them again, you probably got a dunk. But I mean, I wasn't really worried about that. I was worried that they changed the mechanics of the ball. Like in the beginning of the game, you couldn't throw it over buildings. Like the ball didn't go far.
Way too far.
Now it's back to like Black Ops 3. You can throw it over every building. You can get ones from mid map.
That needs to be changed.
The ball comes out of like the top of your head, which like that's not a problem. But it's just like the mechanics of it. They changed it to like you can like cheese. You can like cheese your way to winning now again.
But I mean, the argument's always going to be made that you guys have the same opportunities to throw it over the building, and you have the same opportunities to cheese if you guys want to. Now, as boring as that may seem to you guys as professional players, or me being friends, colleagues, and teammates, there. You guys have the opportunity to do the same thing.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of ways you can't even stop it. Like there's multiple ways you could go about throwing a one where they can't intercept it. Like I mean, I don't know if you could stop the one on throwback when you go towards red underpass, throw it over the burger building. I don't think you can intercept it. Like, and it's the easiest one in the game. You could do it. I don't know. I just think like
Not saying
I
it's
just don't
bad.
think you should be able to throw it over buildings like that and shit. It's just not good.
What'd you say?
He said you could do it. He's like, it's the easiest one in the game. You could do it, like implying.
That
I mean,
even
it
I can
is.
do it? I can't do it. I don't play the game.
I just think before it felt nice, like being rewarded for like team pushes.
Well, yeah, it's just the way uplink is in this
Yeah.
game. It's all about team pushes, and then you add in like the cheese one, I guess you could call it.
Well, I think
And it
I
just
think like
changes it.
throwback the lemon throw from
Yeah.
on top of the roof. They need to do what they do on all the other maps and just have like an invisible reset wall.
Yeah,
over
barrier
the
or
building.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, see the problem with that, and in the past when boots on the ground was a thing, and I know this because my brother used to be super into like map monkeys and map glitching. He would literally get into any map and then just try to jump on top of buildings and and float, and that was a big thing. But even then, back in those days, they had those invisible walls that wouldn't allow you to get there. Now, when you get into the issue of having verticality and the ability to just wall run to wherever you want. How tall can they, like, why I know they can do it. Why not continue to add that sort of infrastructure to the game?
And, I mean, that'll make you wonder, like, some maps, like Throwback, you can go pretty high in the middle of the map running above the trains, but then there's, like, Retaliation back of the wall run. There's a big-ass clock. I could wall run all the way up to virtually the sky. But there should be a barrier, but there isn't. It just, like, it doesn't, like, it's not consistent throughout all the maps. Like, barn, you could wall run fucking as high as the barn goes, but it's not same around the other map. And like, I mean, even back to uplink, like on Throwback, hypothetically, there's on both sides of the map. You could run out of the map and get behind their portal if you have overdrive. Like nobody does it
Without dying.
Yeah. Like
even when you're outside, like the warning.
Yeah, like hypothetically, like when we played FaZe, like say for some reason we stopped them and they were stuck back blue. Clay literally could have overdrove through the baseball field and got a 1, like, and tied it up instead of winning.
All right.
Like we wouldn't have been able to stop it.
I'm gonna get into some questions here. Not questions, but just stuff that I got here. A lot of players want an updated rule set to include no classic AR weapons such as the OSA because it's still overpowered. So
it's not even overpowered. It's like it's situational still, but it makes the game, like, again, cheesy.
It's just like that.
Yeah.
You're gone like that. You know what I mean?
Like we literally, I feel like we lost Las Vegas for not because we didn't use the OSA, but we didn't use an OSA until map 3 in our last pool play match, and Rise was using it and E6 were using it against us.
Yeah, I mean, but what took you so long to adapt to the style of gameplay that was happening?
It sucked online.
Yeah.
Like it was weird.
It was like
I
one
think
person was running online, and it
People
was
say
down.
it's better on LAN or better online, but I say it's better on LAN. On LAN, it's incredible.
Well, the thing about online, nobody really was using it online, and then we got to LAN, and then teams were using 2 of them, and we were like, oh, maybe that was just like a weird match. Maybe they were just shooting good, and like it's not like you have 6 matches to see what teams are doing. We have.
And it doesn't. We first start with TR, like they were just
They
bad,
weren't using it.
so,
I don't
and-
think TR was using it, and then we played Rise, and they were using 2, and then we played E6, and they were using 3, I think, on some maps.
Yeah.
And that's whenever we realized, like, dude, like,
what was it? Was it more of you guys not having those classes? Like you guys didn't have one single OSA class that you could have switched to mid game.
nobody thought anyone was gonna use it.
Got it.
Nobody thought anyone was.
So, but still, and still, 2 games into it, you guys didn't think that we're getting wrecked by it. Let's wreck them.
I mean, I don't know.
Not really, because we weren't getting wrecked by Rise with it.
Yeah, I mean, we barely lost to Rise in pool play.
I think they had 2 too.
And then
Maybe just Bryce.
I think it was an E6 match where we're like, fuck,
Yeah.
we should probably use these.
What about the Hornet and the
Hornet
skinny
yeah.
bot?
I mean, that's just every classic weapon, like the Grand 2-shot kill at any distance. It doesn't need to be in there. The OSA doesn't need to be there.
M1.
Yeah, the ump like doesn't really matter. Subs like you don't get any auto aim, so why do you need that?
Yeah.
And then the Hornet, nobody used the Hornet until these Pro Point matches became a thing, because it wasn't banned on game battles. So everybody used.
Yeah, they
that.
just randomly unbanned
Yeah.
it.
Can we
just-
talk about how they still haven't fixed subs?
Yeah.
Do they just give up?
What is there to fix?
Well, I heard somebody say that they think the subs, there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, I don't know where that came
Holy
from, but
shit.
somebody yesterday was like, I don't know whether they were trolling or not. I was like, yeah, like they don't think anything's wrong with the subs.
Dude, they're so bad. Compared to ARs, it's like night and day. It's not even
Even then,
it's
like
not even close.
from here to there, you're hoping you get auto aim, and you still might not.
it's
you
not
know?
even close.
So the auto aim that's broken on the sub.
Auto
you
aim-
get no
Auto
sticky-
Auto aim is broken in the actual game itself.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't help. The K bar shoots faster than the sub. The OSA shoots faster than the sub. You know, like they're gonna beat the subs up close anyways. So why the hell would you use it?
I mean, if you look at Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, even well, I guess the
Modern Warfare
UMP.
3 subs were
Yeah, but the PP
the subs
whatever
weren't, though.
shot real well. I mean, it shot pretty fast. It was like a kind of a medium.
And Modern Warfare 3 was heavily AR'd. You know, it's not.
no
Yeah, it was.
MP7, PP90. No,
Well, yeah, they both shot fast. Like the
You could
what do we have?
destroy it.
ACR was that the?
yeah, ACR.
It didn't shoot that fast. Like the K bar literally shoots faster than the subs. That's all it is.
Right.
You know, like
I mean, even then,
the fire rate, the fucking auto aim. I mean, honestly, I don't like using laser weapons, and the best sub's a fucking laser weapon.
I just can't imagine going like
Yeah,
bridge
right.
on throwback with a sub.
oh, you'd be
Like,
screwed.
Like
Not a
imagine how
chance.
screwed you. Yeah, you would.
You
be
what?
so
You're gonna
dead.
kill the guy in the hill and then
You would kill
probably
no
die.
one. You would kill no one. You would have
Yeah,
to
you
go
wouldn't even kill
underpass,
that
which
guy.
is a death trap.
So the skinny bot, what's the deal with that? Just since it's
hitboxes.
the hitbox is
Its
smaller
legs
because
don't
it's,
get shot.
Yeah. And what's the skinny bot do? He jumps.
And if you miss one bullet against a pro, it's like
no, yeah, of course.
so. It's like if they have a
And
skinny.
you add in the skinny bot strafing, like good luck hitting them. I mean, I'm the skinny bot, but I still
Yeah.
find.
But do you think that ultimately, if we remove these things, that the competitive landscape in Call of Duty would be improved?
No,
no,
it's the game.
yeah.
It's not enjoyable to watch. Like
I don't mind 4v4s. I hate pubs.
no, yeah, pubs are like
Yeah.
pubs are like the biggest thing, and that's what people don't get. Like
Yeah.
people have to enjoy playing the game casually to actually like if you don't even enjoy playing it casually and you're not a competitive player, like there's absolutely zero reason for you to play it at all.
Yeah.
Like zero reason.
Like I say, every pub now is 6v6 skinny bots. You know, like,
I mean, if
and they all have propulsion. Like,
I mean, especially with other games and competition now, like in Black Ops 2, there really wasn't like a Counter-Strike and H1Z1 and League of Legends. Like those weren't really that big. It was like StarCraft.
Mhm.
Like that was like the only competition. Now there's actually like a lot of fun games out that people enjoy. They might not be on console, but like there's a lot
not
more.
much to them.
There's
though,
a
which-
lot more competition, and yeah, exactly. Like Counter-Strike is, I mean, if you were to relate it to a first-person shooter on a console, it's like COD 4.
Yeah.
It's so simple that it's like it's fun because of how simple it is. It's been the same game for how long? Like
years, 20.
yeah, that's what I'm
Forever.
saying. And the formula, like why stray away from it?
Well,
If-
one because Counter Strike started out as a competitive game, you know, and that was the major thing. It has a good ranking system, which then turns any casual player into a competitor because you get rewarded for ranking up in a good rank up system that occurs. Speaking of fun, though, at Apophis TM says, do you feel that if IW wasn't as enjoyable or was more enjoyable, do you think that affects like your level of performance? So pretty much, I mean, he wrote it pretty weird, but pretty much what he's asking is, if you were having more fun playing in Infinite Warfare,
I'd be playing it more, so yeah, I'd be better at it.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah.
So even pros need to have fun in order to enjoy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think.
I mean,
Definitely.
yeah.
100%.
Because you got to play.
The
it
only
all
way to
day,
have
you
fun
know?
right now is like us playing a scrim. I mean, I have fun scrimming.
I have fun scrimming.
Like
too.
the first like 11 maps of scrims are fun. Anything after that, it starts to get like a little bit of a drag. But like if we're messing around and like having fun, like I still have fun.
Yeah.
But like anything after 11 maps, and we're like, if we were to like stop calling out and stop giving it our effort and like getting angry and upset, that's when it turns into like, okay, this is annoying now.
Right. But you know, some will argue that that's your job. You know, a lot of people wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning and go sweep floors, go wash toilets, go fix cars. That they don't like that, but they have to do that because that's their job. I mean, you know, as enjoyable as video games is, at the end of the day, as professional players, that's something that you guys, you know, need to do. I don't like knocking on your door and annoying you, but I have to be the annoying guy at the house to wake everybody up.
I honestly, I mean, I don't mind. Like, I could play 4v4s. Like, I could play 4v4 all day long in this game.
Yeah, I can play 8s and stuff, but nobody plays 8s because
you got
everyone's
the pro
playing
point ladder.
everyone's playing GBs
Yeah.
for 5 points.
Well, I mean, like after scrims, like I could play scrims for like 4 hours and play 4 more hours of GBs. Like I like 4v4 so much in this game that, like, it just ruins pubs. Like, I cannot play pubs at all.
I haven't even prestiged in this game yet.
I can't tell you the last time I played pubs. Not even in Black Ops 3. I played, if you counted the hours that I spent on video games, they would be up there with you. Well, maybe like right up there with you guys, but not on pubs, like private matches. Us, you know, because a player with a level that I compete at.
Dude, you might even
Needs to
play
be-
more than us, or more than me. Like you might play more COD, or
Oh,
more.
Seth plays the
You
least,
might play
bro.
more 4v4 COD than me.
Yeah. All right. Since you guys brought up the, you know, them playing for pro points, and for those of you who don't know,
And
right?
whoa, backtrack to Ian.
Yeah.
He said I play the least. Yeah, I play the least because I'm not gonna sit there and play GBs, especially not off stream. If I'm playing something, I'm streaming it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there and playing GBs for 6 hours for 30 pro points. You got me.
I haven't played GBs.
I'm not
all day
getting
since
better
I was,
doing
like,
that.
14.
People are like, "Oh, you'll learn spawns." Like, no, dude. I know the spawns. I'm not getting better playing GBs.
You learn how to drop a ward in every
I've never
game.
seen him do the hanger cut.
I'm not getting better playing GBs.
Well, haven't you ever done the hanger cut?
I've never seen the hanger. Seth do the hanger cut on Scorch.
What's that? I don't even explain it.
I don't
He
even know.
doesn't
it.
even know
You
what it
speak another
is.
language.
Yeah. Well, what's
Do you
that?
know-
What's
do you know
the
what it
hanger
is?
I
cut?
don't know what he.
Bro,
what,
I've been watching people flank like for mid hill on Scorch. People camp hanger, people camp lab to literally kill that one guy pinching, and then that literally.
I do
screws
that
him
all
over.
the time.
I've never seen it.
Okay, then you've never seen it, but I do
All I'm
that.
saying, what you're saying is fucking stupid. Because no, I'm gonna put it blunt. Because everyone else is playing GBs. Everyone else
blunt.
is playing 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're not
yeah,
streaming.
but most teams are forced to because they need pro points.
Doesn't matter. It's a competition. You can't just sit there and watch someone else practice. That's my point.
On the pro point things, and just
My
so
point is, if we're not playing as a team, we're not getting better as a team.
this is true. This
but
isn't
you
free
can be
for all.
better individual.
Yeah, like
I mean, yeah, you can be better individually, but
I mean,
the
do
best
you-
practice
I mean,
is with your
I'm
team.
just saying. Yeah, I agree with you, but I'm just saying that's what other teams are doing.
I get what you're saying because it's difficult to tell. Obviously, like Seth's got, you know, we can all agree some pretty natural fucking God-given talent to be amazing, and I need as much practice as some other pros would do. But you don't practice for yourself, and I've always said this: you practice to making your team better by competing. Like, yeah, we know you're the best, right? We know all of you are fucking equally good, but you're playing for each other. When you're practicing, you're not playing to make yourself better. You're learning how your team, and this goes full
that's
circle.
what I'm saying. That's the best practice.
Yeah.
Like,
All right, so now let me fucking finish. All right, the pro points, for those of you who are not familiar with Call of Duty and are just here to listen to the voices, in order to qualify for pool play in MLG Atlanta, in the United States, it's top 10 teams, right?
yeah.
It's top 10 teams, and then you can earn the points via the pro point ladder or the event or events or the 2K tournaments. That to me is like super wild. That's never ever happened before. Like that to me is a little bit. So we asked, right? We asked for some of the stuff that we asked for, you know, we're getting, but I think they're going a little bit overboard with that. You know what I'm saying? Like like can we meet in the middle?
wait,
and
what
get-
are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about the way that they're
points,
the
how
pro
it's-
points
and
and
how
how.
Okay,
it's
yeah.
awarded and-
I don't understand if the game isn't good. Like, can we at least get a structure that is the same every single year? Like, can we just get a structure Like, I would be fine with having 8 events. 1 MLG event, 1 UMG event, season final. 1 MLG event, 1 UMG event, season final. Like, 6 events like that, and then, like, maybe one. Like, okay, we have an ESWC for $100,000.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, 7 events, and then champs. Like, why? And put extra prize money into those. Why are we, like, trying to make people play GBs and stuff for pro points? Like, it should be, if you want pro points, you go to the event and you get your pro points.
My thing is
they,
this.
They even did an article about it, like with Jay.
Perrier.
Yeah, and
Great guy. Amazing.
yeah, I agree. And like in the article, they literally said it's there for people to play, but like it's more than that. Like
Yeah,
whenever you
well,
have
that's what
something
they
like
said?
that, they're gonna abuse it. I'm pretty sure. I mean, don't
Jesus
quote me.
Christ.
But I like skimmed over the article, and I mean, it's pretty much like they did it so anybody could play. Like
Yeah.
you could go play,
Yeah.
as long as you're 18.
I get that, but
Like,
like,
did
even-
they not think that people were gonna abuse it? Like,
I mean,
it's
even
pro points, you know.
even if they abuse it, it's not going to get them enough points to do anything. Like, you have to physically go to a LAN and place top 8. Like, it's a placebo. They literally put a placebo so people would be like happy that they could play for pro points. But like, those pro points are actually doing nothing for them if they're not actually going to the live
But-
event and placing top 8.
I mean,
Or,
they're
like,
going
top
though,
12.
but like, look
But that's what I'm saying though. It's not helping. They
I mean,
put it there.
it's making the difference though for some of them.
It's hurting the pros
Oh yeah.
because
I mean,
other-
I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm just saying they're abusing it, and like, it's okay.
But let me finish.
Apparently.
It's hurting the pros because, like, the top 12 teams that aren't placing well at these LANs are just grinding GBs, and then it's like, oh shit. Now Envy's in a position where they might not even qualify for the LAN League unless they play 20 matches a day.
Well, that's what I'm
because
saying.
we've had
Which,
one
like-
event. That's 2. You have 2 losses basically in a bracket. And if you place bad at the first event with 2 losses, the world champs are like, what?
They're
What seed?
14th or
14th
something.
seed? Because
Like
they
Cap
placed
is
bad
pretty
at
much
one
said
tournament.
they've assumed that they're going to be in open the next 2 events unless they like win Atlanta.
Like, how crazy is that? The format is horrible.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It was so good last
I
year. Why
think-
are we taking steps
Well,
back
I think-
with a worse game?
I think this will display how flawed the system is, though. If the champs from last year can't make it in, and it's not because of
I
lack
mean,
of
they're
skill,
not gonna.
and it's not
they
because of lack
won't
of skill.
care
it's-
though. They're not going to care. They're going to be like, should have placed better. Like,
No,
you're not good. You're not as good at this game as the last game.
Well, no, you
Like,
guys got to think too. Like apathy was gone
Davis.
apathy was gone for like 2 weeks.
Right there.
yeah, Apathy was on like his wedding and
yeah.
honeymoon and stuff, and then they placed bad. It's like, so what? We have to.
What it should be is there should be 3 LAN tournaments that are 20,000 each. Like Vegas is a 10K,
Mhm.
and if it was a 20K, Atlanta was a 20K, and then ESWC was a 20K. Then pro points would not matter at all. Like if you add that up, that's 60,000, like LAN pro points, right?
Yeah.
But now it's like a 10K, a 40K, a 30K. It's like all over the place. They're all different.
But no, it's 10, 25, 10. So, but yeah, that's still like 45.
well, I don't understand.
There needs to be more emphasis on LAN. So then, like this GB ladder, like people are actually playing it to get points. People should play it to have practice. But the thing is, if you don't say it's pro points, no one's gonna play it.
Yep.
Give us like a PCL, or if you're gonna do that, at least give us a PCL where there's a bracket at the end of it, like a double limb bracket.
Yeah.
So you play this ladder, you're not getting points for your actual matches. Give us a actual tournament bracket at the end of it, like a extended 2K.
That's what I originally thought it was going to be. Like, okay, teams might play it. You know, they might get a seed for, like, I don't know, like a pro point playoff, you know, tournament type thing. But
Like
that's not how it is. It's
Yeah.
literally just play as much as you want, get as many points as you want.
it's so bad.
What's flawed about that is, let's say for some reason Modern Warfare Remaster never came out. Me and the old men of OpTic are playing those matches, right? And we're just playing those matches, garnering points. Like, we're never gonna do anything with those pro points. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you're literally wasting. Like, it's not even resources because it's automated, but you're kind of putting the space in a position to where, one, not only get abused by people who are never going to go to a LAN event and compete at the level that you guys are competing at. We preach the fact, and they themselves are preaching the fact that we understand that LAN games aren't as important because there's a lot of variables, including with the connectivity and everything. So we're gonna have a LAN league, a LAN league this year. But the first part of the year is all online tournaments, essentially, because you have to get these pro points. In Europe, apparently there's like teams that are playing 20 to 40 matches a day.
I was gonna say that leads into that. Like you're talking about you if you guys were to play, you'd get useless pro points because I mean you're never gonna use them. And then Epsilon. Somebody tweeted a picture of Epsilon's Game Battles team, and it's like 2 matches for 6:15, 2 matches for 6:30. You can't play those 2 matches at once. But apparently there's one kid on the EU ladder named Stevie or Stevo who's under 18, and he just keeps making teams, and they're all getting free wins from him.
Because he's not 18.
But somehow they're letting him like keep playing these matches. Like, why is he not banned? Like, as I could see from someone who's not in the top 10 or whatever, like I think it was Envy who tweeted out the picture. Like, you're gonna be pissed off that you're seeing them get multiple free wins a day every hour from the same kid. Like, why is he still allowed to even like be on the ladder? Like every day they're getting multiple points from one kid who they know is not 18. Like, something's wrong with that, but it's continually happening. Like,
Well, I mean, also, sort of straying away from the topic that we're on right now, but you look at other console esports, Call of Duty's probably still the biggest. Like, even in the state that it's at right now.
Audience and viewership, yeah.
Audience and viewership-wise, yes, and that's where I'm going. It's still the biggest. So why are we the least paid out? Like, our years compared to Halo, Gears, like Smite, are dwarfed to them.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure about Smite, but Halo and Gears, Halo has what, $2 million tournaments a year? They have 2 champs.
Dude, that Canadian event, it's like the thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a Cineplex event, like the movie theaters.
Yeah.
It's as big as our, Vegas event, the prize pool.
Yeah.
It's as big as that. The Chinese event we were watching the other night was CS.
Like, did they cap our prize pool at 100,000?
Amateur CS event, like Nifty's playing there.
Yeah.
But like in my eyes, I'm sitting there like they're playing for more money than we are right now, and these are like the lower tier Counter-Strike teams.
Like, even if they just double it. I mean, I know $100,000 doesn't just poof out of nowhere, but it's like, even if they just double the prize pool to like 200,000, that would make it so much better for so many people. Like, everyone that placed in the top 8 would be greatly benefited from it. Because a lot of pro players don't really make that much money right now. Like, they don't.
Well,
They really
Naked
don't.
even tweeted like Australia went from 500,000 to me that they even had a prize pool of that much
big?
over last year. Like when I saw the NA breakdown, the EU one, and the APAC or whatever, like I'm sitting there thinking like, are you kidding me? I know that like it might be wrong to think that, but like, dude, we've been like NA's been like the staple. It's been
the driving
COD for
force,
years.
of course.
And we're seeing like these breakdowns. I'm like, dude, it doesn't really add up. I don't understand it. I mean, I get it. Like they need it, but like look at every other game. Like they're not like handing out free money. Basically, to me, it's handing out free money. If I was in Australia, I'm winning. If I'm in Europe, I'm winning that money. That's free.
Yeah.
Over here, like it's tough. It's a battle.
Yep.
You might argue for EU now, but like even then, I mean, I like all the EU guys, don't get me wrong, but they're acting like that they got like 8 good teams. They don't. There's like 4. I'd say it's been 4, maybe.
I would. Yeah.
I don't
3
even.
or 4.
I'd probably say 4. Yeah.
I wouldn't say anything over 4. That's for sure.
Yeah, and like right now there's 6 of them that are coming to Vegas for pool play spots. I don't really care about the like everyone's bitching. We're only 4 NA teams in Paris. Blah blah blah. I mean. If you don't,
that's how it's always been.
If you don't get pool play, like we've never had this situation where we're going to play their events, right?
Yeah.
And like they've done it all these years. Like I mean, shit. If you don't get pool play and you're going, I mean, if you lose to one of those teams in the open bracket, dude, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
I kind of agree with that though too. If they have to go through,
yeah.
Then I think you and look. I come from a mentality that says you're always going to be in everyone's bracket. You're always going to have to play everyone in order to win that.
Yes,
like
I mean,
dodging teams and brackets. If like that's never been
It's
like
what, like a 64 team open. Like it's like 4 rounds. Like if you can't get through it, I mean, like I said, I don't know what to tell you. I haven't played an open bracket forever. Like we've been blessed for years now, not having to play it since like Black Ops 1 maybe. I think that was the last time I did it personally, and I don't know. I
But,
mean,
but what is the probability that you guys would lose those
that's what I'm
matches?
saying.
It's just playing extra, like
yeah.
Yeah.
putting all that extra effort, and you're fatigued at the end of that. Like you're playing
Yeah, but
6,
it's
7
like
matches just
four-
to get.
it's like
Honestly,
4
I think
games, though.
I think like for a team like us, that would help us a lot.
Yeah, like
To be honest, I
that's
think
what
that would
said.
help us a lot.
I haven't done
yeah.
it in forever.
Like playing
but
against people who like semi shoot straight.
yeah,
you
like,
know
I
what I
wouldn't
mean? Like,
care.
I'm not trying to. Yeah,
it's
I'm
more
not trying
land
to roast,
practice,
but
really.
like if we had that before Vegas, and we would have been like, wow,
The OSA.
the OSA is godlike versus just like just trying stuff out because that's how every first event is. Like AW, we're all using the red dot on land. Get to the finals, their whole entire other team's using iron sight bow. We had no idea.
Like honestly, I thought about it yesterday. Like, dude, the last 2 events have been the only events we've never won the pool play, and it literally just sets up for like a bad weekend.
Yeah.
Early mornings, late nights.
Oh,
like if you don't win that
Atlanta,
pool,
dude.
and like that's how like the last. I mean, every event we've never lost pool play. You get to wake up at like a good time, not like play till midnight or 1 or 2 and
Yep.
wake up at 8 in the morning.
Yep.
But if you lose pool play, like that's what it is.
That's what we did.
And
man.
I mean,
What were we saying about Atlanta?
Atlanta, man, I'm going 150%.
we gotta go dumb
first
hard in
match.
pool, dude.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not losing pool no more, dude.
it's not
Fuck
fun
that.
losing pool because
Fuck
you're
that.
playing at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. the next morning.
I'd almost rather like what do you think on Friday night at Vegas? When do you think the people who made it through pool went to bed? Because their first match was like 1 p.m.
Our match was like 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they played Rise right before. But I'm saying, what time do you think they went
Yeah,
to bed
but
on
I'm saying
Friday?
like that. Like it wasn't that bad technically for us because we were still playing our pool play match Thursday afternoon or whatever. But like Sunday, it was what 9 o'clock. Were we up?
Yeah, no, we were
Yeah.
up super early.
What I'm
Wait,
saying
for
is like
champs?
losing. No,
No.
in Vegas.
Vegas.
we were up at like
losing pool
7:30,
play.
8:30.
Yeah.
Like losing to Rise and E6 just made it so like Sunday
yeah.
was going to be an early morning.
Yeah, we were up
Gonna
at
be a
like
long day.
7:30, 8:30.
I remember it was like we waited at Vegas. We waited like 6 hours for one match, and we're sitting here thinking, all right, let's grind out the next 2. We thought there was gonna be 2 more matches. Remember?
Yeah,
it was
that
like
would've
11:30
been, that would have
at
been
night.
even worse.
Yeah, like why?
No, I would have rather played one of
Oh.
those matches right then.
Why
and there.
is COD so damn unorganized? We don't know our schedules at tournaments.
Yeah, that's-
we don't know shit ever.
I hate that's worse or that's terrible. Like getting in bed, like having to
Dude,
tweet
they're
people.
so
I should
bad.
never have to tweet out Windows OpTic.
I mean, that's sort of on MLG though, but I
Well,
mean,
think about the last time you went to an event and you've actually been able to like scrim as a team before. They have like 30 stations back there. Half are not patched.
Yeah, that
half
was
are patched.
horrible.
Half don't connect. This one doesn't connect. This
Dude,
one has a
they
Cronus.
fucking
This one doesn't have a
suck.
Cronus. Like, dude, you could give me 2 hours and I would go set all that shit up.
why?
Like, no problem.
Why do we allow them to do this? Like, as a community, and like all of us pro players always are like, yo, let's do this. Let's agree to this rule, gentleman's agreement. Like. Why do we allow them to just take complete advantage of us?
I'm sitting there playing like pre-patch, warming up. I turn around. All the Overwatch players are happy. They're sitting there at their PCs. They're
Hand
scrimming
warmers
each
given
other.
to them probably by MLG.
Everything.
We're sitting here like, can we get a damn hand warmer?
Well, to be fair, on the hand warmer thing in the waters, that's all on you guys waiting until the last second to let us know to get you the shit.
Well, we've already talked about this. I'm not gonna talk about it on podcast.
But damn, man,
No, I get it. Dude,
our scene sucks. Our scene is like the most unorganized. I might go out on a limb and say we are the most unorganized esport.
I mean, as
And
much as,
we have one of the biggest games.
as much as I couldn't really stand a lot of the stuff ESL did, I mean, they at least set it up pretty well for us to warm up in the hotels, But these events, like, they've been brutal. You get there and you hope that you can play.
ESL like
We're like
See,
swapping out.
now we're gonna get into this whole thing where in Black Ops 1 everybody hated Vonderhaar. When Vonderhaar went away, they fucking missed him, and then when he came back, everybody's fucking glorious.
Well-
through ESL we bitched about ESL. Now they're gone. Now we miss them.
we said
Well,
one
no,
good
no,
thing
no,
about
no,
them.
no, no.
No, I know,
Let's
but
talk about something.
I can
At
name 2
least
things that I
MLG
like
pays
from
us.
ESL.
We
Oh.
haven't been paid by ESL for one tournament yet. And
one?
I don't know who the fuck to talk to.
Which one?
I've been messaging this guy that I know that I'm not gonna name him, but We have not been paid for that one online.
Oh, the
25K.
2K or 5K.
Yeah, it was a 25K.
25K.
Yeah, I'm trying to get our fucking money for that. But I have no idea who to talk to. I don't think.
Why don't you just
Give us our money.
email Jay? Jay will take care of that. But
Okay.
what I'm saying in that is
At
that
least ESL didn't use Cronus, like claps, like thank you.
That's because they didn't have a live audience.
they didn't have a live audience.
I mean, they
Whatever.
did,
Paris
but-
had a live audience, and I never got lag.
I don't know.
Splice may have, but
there's
whatever.
there's videos
Okay,
where
one
you
time.
were turning people
One
off.
time, but dude, literally before that, he's like, hey, nobody can go back there. You can't go back there. Nobody go behind the station. Fucking first map ends. I go 20 and like 55, like unheard of numbers. Sitting there like these kids are flying at me, and I'm like swiping. It looks like I'm swiping. It's so delayed.
Yeah.
Turn around, there's 30 of them with their phones out. Like, what are you doing, man? Like. Jean Guy just said, you can't fucking go watch. Like, get out of here. And I turned around, they're all there. Right when they went away, I dropped 15 on her head. Like, you know what I mean? In search, like, easy.
Yeah.
But that's the only lag I got the whole event. And, I mean, we fucking smoked everybody.
Yeah, and now on MLG's defense, without sounding too biased, because I have friends there, they're not they're not the old MLG anymore. They themselves have to abide by somebody else's rules.
Oh, yeah, and I gave them a solution. I got a V2 controller. Let me use it. Literally, that thing I see is everybody who has the Cronus, they're like, we don't experience lag. But there are times you experience it. There's some fucked up things that happen with that thing, and I don't know how to explain it. So it's like if they don't think
I'm about to make a full video just cooking everybody.
No,
Cooking
all right,
everybody
like
from
this-
the top to
literally
the
won't be
bottom.
able to explain
At
it
this-
because
at this-
Everybody's done.
I'm saying
I'm going
like,
headhunting now,
like
bro.
he thinks there's no lag, but I think there's lag, or you think there's lag, but like
Cronus.
Sony created a new
Oh.
controller,
Yeah.
a new controller that is no Bluetooth, only USB. I have it, but I can't play with it, and I still have to go through a lag device that could have a 1 to 10 millisecond delay, even with the updated firmware.
Next
thing is,
tournament-
see, but now you're talking about the core issue here, which is PlayStation. Like nobody predicted that.
Well, I mean, can you cut things out of this?
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, yes. Yeah, of course.
I mean, well, I was going to say there's another lying problem, though. Sony made the controller, but we don't have the upgraded controllers we all use in the new version.
Right.
And that is delaying it. It's delaying the issue.
I'm going headhunting.
Dude, shut up.
I'm done. Next
that-
event
what
we
is
go to, they better have 64 stations somewhere outside the tournament that we can warm up on, scrim on.
64.
I'm telling you. 64 PS4s, 64 monitors, 64 switches, 64 bitches.
All right, relax. See, you start off really good.
Same
You start-
colored,
But-
the same colored Ethernet cables. Adam would want you to say that.
The same colored Ethernet cables.
They got
I'm
purple
done.
ones. I got yellow ones. He got blue ones.
What is
I'm not
okay?
killing. He's
64
killing.
PlayStations. How much does a PS4 cost? And they're getting the discount in bulk, 100%. This ain't Costco. Don't get it
Was
twisted.
Sony's probably just dishing them out.
Somebody, these tournament providers. How much do you think that is? 64 PS4s.
Brought to you by Sony. You're telling me
Yeah,
they
they
don't
can't
give
get
it to 'em?
64 PS4s.
No, they can.
They
The
can.
issue with the
Why are we
I-
going
I-
to 64? That's a lot.
Give us some every single team and if every single person wants to play at the event. If it's a 16-team event,
I
pro
mean, yeah,
event,
16-team pool play. Good luck finding a
yeah,
spot.
that's
with
what I'm
we
saying.
have.
Every single person that
Yeah,
wants
we-
to play should be able to play. Our biggest problem at
I don't think
tournaments
we
is
saw
that we
anyone
can never
scrim.
play before the fucking tournament because we
Dude, look
leave
at-
on Wednesday, play on Friday, and we can't play until Friday morning whenever we have to play our match. And it's like
well, look at
I didn't see anyone scrim at Vegas, by the way.
season 2 or champs.
nobody
No one
nobody
scrimmed.
scrimmed.
Season 2 or champs, like those ESL like hotel warm-ups were good, and then we got fucking 3 regions in there. We couldn't even play. We had set up schedules at champs, and like that didn't exist. You know
Wait,
what I mean?
so even with a setup with a schedule set up, people
Oh,
just
we got screwed.
Oh, dude,
I
it was
scheduled
like-
something.
and they're like,
and
yeah,
we
no,
didn't get to
we
play it.
gave them extra
We didn't
2
get to play
hours
it.
because
Yeah,
of,
we didn't get to play
because of the meeting or some bullshit. It's like, are you kidding me, man?
I was about to literally use force to get kick a team off at champs.
Yeah.
I fucking should have, to be honest with you.
Should've what?
Literally
If-
grabbed one of them and threw them across the room because that's serious money. I don't care.
Yeah.
If we're scheduled to play, we're scheduled to play. Get the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, if you are, why didn't you just show up and
I talked to the ref and they said, well, it's up to you and them, and I'm like,
no,
what?
it's up to the ref.
Yeah, no, that's what I
dude,
told
if I
them.
go over and tell you get
No,
up,
that's
you're not
exactly
getting
what
up,
we told
like-
them, and they said, well, let me talk to a manager. Never talked to a manager. Trust me, we were bitching the whole time.
When shit like that happens, text me. I'll be over there and talking to the refs.
I'm enraged.
COD Sports.
Everything from the ground up in Call of Duty is a shit show.
The thing is this, and
I
I
wonder
think
why we play CS and H1Z1.
no,
Come on, man.
they don't wonder that. Everybody plays video games. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
The thing is that we've been doing this for how long, man? Close to 10 years.
Yeah, and it hasn't changed.
From backwards.
It's actually gotten worse.
In some cases, I mean, really, has it really gotten worse?
In most cases,
$4
besides the money,
$4 million.
besides the
I'm like
money,
pissed off
yes,
as a competer
everything.
or as a player half the time.
Besides the money,
competitor.
the money is the only thing that's gotten better.
Yeah. And some would say, I mean, would you rather? I mean, we're gonna argue about something regardless. We're either gonna argue about
Pro players that don't stream and they actually are pro players. If you're a pro player, you should be able to live off your fucking game, right?
Right, of course.
You shouldn't have to do the stream. You
course.
shouldn't have to do the YouTube. You shouldn't have to do anything. Like
Yeah.
if that's what you want to do and you want to be the pro player, that's fine. You don't have to be a personality. Okay, cool. You got people depending on getting first at champs. Like they're not winning every tournament. They're getting like maybe 5K and they're not getting second at every tournament. And if you're not us, FaZe, like Envy, if you're not those three teams or like Rise, like if you're not in the top 4 or 5 teams and you're not getting that consistent placing, like you're not making shit unless you're doing Twitch, YouTube.
And that's my argument, right? And the only reason that here at OpTic we almost force people to do content is because Call of Duty's not there yet. And it sucks that it's been 10 years and it's still not there yet to where the space is that good. You know, I mean, bottom line, you know, it's proven that once you retire, you can still make a very good living if you concentrate on those things, right? I mean, look at Big Timer, look at HL, look at everybody that's come and gone, right? They have good careers after that. My issue with that, right? And you're right. You know, if you're a pro player, that should be your only concentration. It all boils down to the space, the tournament providers, and then the developers, right? The developers never set out to create a Call of Duty game that would become a sport. Nobody got it. Yes, some are adjusting and adapting a lot quicker than others, but some companies aren't as big as Activision, right? So
Activision Blizzard.
Yeah. When they're trying to, I mean, look, man, Blizzard just came out with Overwatch.
Wow, StarCraft, Overwatch. They got billions, billions.
They do.
Billions.
Yeah. What do you think about
how many millions is in a billion?
1,000.
They can't throw four 1,000s at us of a billion. That's all they're throwing at us, 4 1,000s of a billion.
Wait, what do you mean a billion? I thought you said
a billion
billions.
is 1,000 million. They're throwing us 4 million prize pool.
No. Wait, let's look this up.
I'm enraged.
Whoa.
Can we look
4
this
million
up?
throughout the year. Don't like
Guys, but
boast them.
that's not how business works, right? They're a business and they have many arms. One of the arms being Call of Duty. Call of Duty is just one part of the entirety of the business.
I know. I'm just saying, like
Activision's worth
revenue, 2015, 4.664 billion.
billion.
Yeah,
You love that.
Again, it doesn't. It's not all. You know, it's not as black and white
know,
as it is,
but
right?
they treat us like shit.
I understand. Look, we got some shit.
They're 4 billion. They can't throw CWL 30,000 to get us.
Bro,
a PlayStation.
they just had a Las Vegas event at the beginning of the year for $50K.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think if they spend any more money on us, like at this year at IW, I think the price.
No, yeah, don't even spend it on a IW. Y'all are right. Like
no. Well, I
this
think
game,
I
don't put
I
4
think-
million into this one.
I think
Wait till the next
Yeah,
year.
right.
Well,
I
we
think
don't know what the next year's gonna be.
I think they should be spending that money on like setups, like warm up stations, like things for the players, and not just pro players, like any players.
Not,
Well, even just like
No, I'm just saying. Then we would
make us
fucking
feel
bitch.
a little better at events.
Yeah,
Like, dude, champs. Did you get your way to the player area at champs?
Yeah,
Do you see the food?
yeah.
They gave us fucking.
You want an apple for breakfast?
They gave us apples.
It's like, this is Minecraft. This shit, you're eating apples.
Fucking Wiz came in, dude, and they had 5-star meals back there. They're like, you
No,
can't even
no,
walk
this-
there. I mean, I get it. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
he's
they
gonna be
inject
hungry. You know what I'm saying? But
the workers were getting fucking eggs, bacon. You want some sauce? You want an omelet? We got a fresh egg bar over here. Like what?
Well, that's that has.
I don't want to sound cocky, but like,
no, of course not. No,
we are the show.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're treating us like we're shit.
that's why it was a COD experience, Seth. I try telling you this.
Like it's
An
insane.
experience.
It's insane. People don't get it.
I remember Black Ops 2 champs, dude. I was grubbing on the best food ever.
And that's
And
why
it wasn't an experience. It was a COD
Black
championship.
Ops 2 was.
And
they
that's-
did it right there. They did it right.
Black Ops 2 was good.
Ghost was kind of like the bananas and the
Ghost
apple
was
shit
good.
again, but it still wasn't bad. But
Ever since jetpacks came
Actually,
out,
no,
they
that
just
is-
been like, all right, well, we fucked up. Ever since, it's felt like that.
I mean,
we probably sound like so bitchy, but like, dude,
no,
this-
no, you're not. You're not. Obviously, like if you think about it, right? Like if you think about the rules that are in place, like the inability to have a private player entrance, like to me has always been a big issue, a huge issue, right? And that has, and we're talking about overall right now. We're not even talking about the Call of Duty or MLG or UMG. We're just talking about like the overall state of Call of Duty and how long Call of Duty has been a thing for, and the fact that still to this day they think that it's okay to hold a year one prize pool tournament as a show, right? A show. Think about this, okay? Think about being you, right? A personality, and you, even you smaller YouTubers out there, right? Think about being paid to show up to an event and luckily get paid. Like, yeah, they're gonna fly you out for you to play, sure, and then they're gonna give you the opportunity to win something. But I think the breakdown, it broke down to like, if they paid everybody out of that $50,000, if they paid everybody out of that $50,000 and not even had a prize pool, they're like, here's your appearance fee. It was like $900. Okay, that makes no sense. Think about an esport where a player has the opportunity to win $2,000. Okay, now quit whatever he's doing for that weekend, go and attend that. Or if you are gonna get paid $900 as an appearance, you're gonna think of an esport that's just coming up, an esport that's just growing up.
That was like back in the Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1 days. You showed up with like what, a $200, $300 stipend,
yes,
and then you played for a prize pool.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just that we're not a year one sport, and that's my argument. It wasn't that I was trying to rebel or cause a stir or bring any negative attention to that. It's just that I can't in my right mind, after being positive for so many years, after having their backs in the public's eye for so many years, and trying to work with you guys and work with the public and use our audience and our leverage to explain things that they would have, like, even after we said we're not doing that anymore, even after that, for them to just say this is what we're doing, and you should do it because you have to support the sport. That makes no sense. Like, they expect us to support the space, but they're the ones that are throwing a $50,000 tournament by the sponsor of the league, which is Sony,
So,
which didn't do any fucking research. Okay, why are there no PlayStation technicians, engineers at every single event trying to figure out the fucking Bluetooth problem? Because it wasn't something that just came up.
It happened back in the day with like fighting games on PlayStation 3, apparently.
What?
Back in the day, like they had the same issues. And what's it called? MLG. Back in the day, they did something with Bluetooth. I don't know if it was PlayStation or Xbox.
It's PlayStation 3.
Yeah, and they had to like disable the Bluetooth in a certain area or something. But it's like, there obviously was an issue back then, and Sony had to have known about it, I would think, right?
Yeah. And
then it's just like what happened in those like 6 years? Nothing happened. They just said, screw it. This probably won't ever happen again, or they just.
As a sponsor, when you're coming in as a title sponsor for something, you have to that for me is the difference between a sponsor that's just present. Okay, we needed somebody that was going to be a participant in the esport. Just throwing your logo somewhere as an advertising tool, that's dumb. You shouldn't do that in this late in the game, in this important time in Call of Duty esports. If you're going to be a sponsor, you're going to be a participating sponsor, which means that you're not just going to slap something on there and hope for the best. You're going to be there and you're going to make sure that your end of the bargain, your part, your mechanics, and your engineers and technicians need to be there to figure out why in the fuck this is happening. Okay, fine, it happened at UMG Vegas. Was it at the beginning of the year last year?
It was
What-
UMG
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
When was that?
It was the first event, literally first event. They just
It was
threw it at them.
January.
First fucking event, January, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been a year and we still have the same issue. And there has been a new PlayStation Pro released, a PlayStation Slim released. They're really quick to remove the audio.
Can you imagine how bad it would be if we didn't have Cronus? Like, I know Cronus is bad, but think about how fucking like events would be unplayable. Like public events would be unplayable because Sony has not done anything. They have done absolutely nothing
Well,
except release a controller.
The only thing I'm saying is it's just now we need Scuff to push out a controller like ASAP.
Yeah, I think Sony needs to literally provide every single and this is gonna come out as an absurd idea, but it needs to happen at this point because Cronus's, they're not consistent. Like, they're not 100% consistent. I don't care what they say. Like,
What's insane about that though?
Well,
what is insane about what
no,
you're
no,
requesting?
Well, no, what's insane? Like, it's not insane, but the fact that Sony's gonna provide pro players with version 2 controllers.
Of course.
Yeah, no, I know they should, but the thing is, they're gonna have to go through Scuff or whatever
sure.
other companies.
Of course, fine. That's what they need to do because they signed up for it.
No, I 100% agree. I think that
They
should
signed
happen,
up for it. Nobody forced them. No, Activision didn't go and say, "Hey, you guys, it's your turn.
Yeah,
It's your turn to be the
I'm
title
just saying,
sponsor."
amateur players are gonna get screwed on that. Either way you look at it, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Because Sony can't, someone can't, on the pro point ladder. Say you're 50-5.
Yeah.
You're completely unknown. You can't just go to Sony and be like, "Give me a free controller." I'm
Bro,
going to
but-
Atlanta.
and before this seems like I'm bashing Sony, I have Sony Bravia TVs. My camera that costs close to $6,000, and I'm not bragging. It's a Sony camera. My $1,000 camera it's a Sony. I love Sony, right? But the fact that they signed up for this, that they signed up for something that's important in this, and the fact that nobody told them how important it is for their shit to work is beyond me. And the fact that they haven't fixed it in a year, beyond me. The fact that they don't have technicians dedicated to fix this because of the amount of bad press that they're getting is beyond me. No PR firm that works for any company would ever allow one of their products, as big as PlayStation is, to be shit talked the way that we're shit talking them now.
Well,
they would have done something.
It's crazy
about
because it technically every controller that isn't this new one, it's got to be considered bugged or something, right? Like that can't be a normal issue.
I almost hate the fact that Cronus somewhat fixed this because I feel like Sony would have stepped in 6 months ago and fixed it if Cronus never came out with this Bluetooth fix.
Yeah.
Like Sony would have literally had to do it.
It's not even really a fix.
Yeah, it's not because it's inconsistent. Like you see me at events, I'm asking for new ones.
I mean, it just adds.
Like if I get shit on, I'm literally like, okay, give me a new one.
Yeah,
Next map, I'll play better. Like that's
Exactly.
not.
Taping a fucking broken hockey stick together and hoping it doesn't break.
It just adds for another variable that could possibly not work.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And there's so many of those that it's like, okay, well, this one doesn't work this time. This one doesn't work now. Like, this one doesn't work. It's shit show.
Absolute shit show. And it all boils down to again a title sponsor choosing to slap a logo somewhere instead of actually being interested in their scene.
That's really all they've ever done, right? Even with Xbox,
They've just slapped the logo on.
It's just been back and forth who wants their logo and nothing more. And then at the end of the day, they're there at the big event champs, and they just want to interview. Like,
who wants the DLC maps a week before the other? That's literally what it is.
Larry Herb here. You enjoying this Xbox tournament, Seth?
All right, Jesus.
All right, that's mean, but I mean, literally, that's all it comes down to.
Is that actually a person?
Yeah, Larry. How do you not know him?
The bald guy, right?
Ghost. It was Jessica Mundo or Chobot here at the Xbox Ghost. You just won.
Well,
he wouldn't know because he didn't win.
yeah, I've never won champs yet.
Yeah. All right, let's get away.
Yet.
All right. I don't. This is something that's written here. I personally don't think that any of us should ever speak on this, but we're gonna, because everybody's asking about it, and some people don't understand.
Last question, by the way.
Yeah. No, we're good. We have 2 more questions. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's skip that one then, since I didn't want to talk about it anyway. Let's.
What is it? What if
being on YouTube only, MLG and YouTube only, do you think that's gonna affect the space as a whole?
Oh, that one's easy. What the fuck?
That's probably why let's skip over it.
Next question. I don't even want to talk about it. Why the hell are we not on Twitch?
Well, first of all, you can't talk about it. That's what I'm saying. We can't talk about that. There's business things that
I get it, but what the fuck? Why would that is just actually
now
taking a knife and just stabbing us now.
What's
like
is it,
just keep stabbing us until we're just dead.
in CS on there too, or is it League? CS or somebody's on YouTube too. For
I think
which is fine.
YouTube's
if it's
a good platform.
Which is fine as long as it's on as long as it's on Twitch. Who cares how many other platforms it's pushed to?
I mean, we
as
could be
long
League.
as
They're
it's
on they're gonna be on MLB TV or something soon, right?
But the exactness of the programming. I know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Major League Baseball media.
Twitch is the broadcasting website for anything esports. Like anything esports that you want to watch live, you go to Twitch. At this point,
imagine being a League person and they're on MLB. They went from Twitch to MLB.
They're not on Twitch anymore?
Well, there's gonna be something. I don't MLB like bought out League.
Some rights. Nobody knows what streaming rights precisely or exactly or what sort of
they could have just
exclusivity.
bought a right of like a license to stream it. Yeah, but I'm sure it'll still be on Twitch.
No one knows.
No, I don't.
No one knows.
Not at all.
It was like a $50 million.
I don't think
big thing.
I don't think we're at a point where we can stream on anywhere else but
We
Twitch.
can't. Yeah,
And we're hurting
And I don't-
ourselves too. I feel like it's back and forth. One year we're here, one year we're here.
Yep.
Now we're here and we're here.
Dude, deadass, I don't even
know.
think leagues at that point. Like the highest viewing events, I don't think, it should be way more. Like everyone should be focusing on like Twitch. And it's like once it gets to
It
the
should
point
be
where
Twitch until it's TV.
Yeah,
That's simple.
once it's to the point where we're at TV numbers, then you can branch off. But like right now when we're getting fucking 20,000 viewers, which is like Summit's pulling 20,000.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
that's a different comparison though, because Summit is not.
But that's on Twitch.
Yeah.
Imagine YouTube MLG. That's 5,000.
Yeah.
Not even.
Dude. It's embarrassing.
Not even because Twitch is like a social media outlet. Like, I mean, I'm not coming at streamers on Twitch, but you look at their social media numbers, they don't have a shit ton of like they have a lot of followers, obviously. They don't have millions like YouTubers and people like that.
Yeah.
Like Summit has 160 something thousand, and he's pulling 21,000 to 27,000 on stream every single day.
Yeah.
So like Twitch is its own social media website.
Yep.
It's completely it's separate from Twitter, it's separate from YouTube, it's its own.
Well, it's like
It's
if
its own social
they're,
media
like
outlet.
you guys said, they're looking for esport. They're gonna go to Twitch. Like if I don't know, if I want to watch CS, I'm gonna go to Twitch. League, gonna go to Twitch or anything. Then it's like, hey, where are you gonna go watch this COD event this weekend? They're gonna be like, oh, Twitch.
The thing is that at some point or another, it's going to get to the point where there's going to be a go-to destination for a specific sport. It could be in the same place, it cannot. But it's when you continue to recondition an audience that's already conditioned to go to Twitch or it's already conditioned to go to MLG.
But it hurts it.
It hurts it, right? Like we were conditioned for so long you want to watch Call of Duty, it's on MLG.tv, okay, which was good. It was fine. And then you move it, and you're like, all right, well, now we're going to be on Twitch. This audience that's already, like, conditioned to go there at a certain time, like, it gets confusing.
Yeah.
There was people, like, even I was trying to find when I was in the suite in Vegas, I was trying to put on I was swapping between the Counter-Strike and the Call of Duty tournament, and I couldn't find it. I didn't know that it was only on YouTube until that day. And to me, again, I stream on YouTube and I love it, right? I think it offers higher quality than Twitch personally.
It's hard to find it. Like, I mean,
What's even more difficult though is as a business, you have to go with what makes sense for your business first, because that's what's going to provide whatever it is that we're saying. So that's why I don't like talking about the media rights and the media stuff, because we don't know that sort of level of business and what they're going through in the back. So we can continue to argue about it and complain about it, but I'm sure there's
I think if Sony's going to come in, you need to work something out with Twitch. I think that is what needs to happen, because at this point we should be like anywhere, like Twitch is the best place to bring in new fans. Like, you remember Black Ops 3 when there was a shit ton of viewers, the chat would be horrible because there'd be people saying like console sucks, like those are people who have never watched this before.
And it's good.
Yeah, it's good. At the end of the day, it's good, even though they're saying straight
Black
crazy
Ops-
shit. But the thing is, like,
I'm with you.
yeah, it's like those are new viewers.
No, yeah, Black Ops
They can
2
still
was
be
the heyday.
convinced.
We were pulling 250,000
Yeah,
in
well,
events.
the-
like,
the
like,
thing-
look at after that, like when we were like the last team on Twitch for COD, dude, it was impossible. Like you couldn't do it. Nobody watched it. It was almost like now, like streaming back in the day when we were on Cole for Ghosts, the numbers were like how they are now.
Yeah.
They-
I'm with you on that because
I
the
was
hardest
pulling-
thing, the hardest
I
thing
mean,
to do.
you had
Yeah,
the most, but
I had
like,
a shit ton of viewers then.
but even then, it wasn't
Yeah.
like a whole lot. It was just,
Yeah.
it was like now.
Yeah,
Like
the
there's
hardest.
one person with a lot, and then the next 5 guys have
Yep.
50 viewers. It's because we just like we pull them away, and then we bring them back, and then we pull them away, and we bring them back, and then it's
Yeah, we
just
can't-
everyone's lost in the sauce.
Yeah, the hardest thing to do is to when you have a product that you want to sell to people is selling it to new people, right? And once you have these, like the job of the casters and the job of everybody that works in the production of Call of Duty is to retain those casual people that just happen to found it, to retain them and capture them. All right, I'm gonna do audience questions and then one last closing comments from one of you. Each of you, and then we'll be good to go. Okay. Cuba at Cuba98 asks each and every one of you, would you ever consider changing esports, considering the current situation with Call of Duty?
no, because if they give us a fucking boots on the ground game like they should have done 3 years ago, then it'll be fine again.
Seth, how many people complain about Ghosts? When
Ghost was a bad boots on the ground game, and it was better than every single game that they've put out with jetpacks. Even Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
It was still better than Black Ops 3, and it was a bad boots on the ground game.
I had fun playing it. So, the question is, would you ever consider? No, Karma.
What's the question?
I mean, I don't even know. Like,
Would you ever consider playing a different
don't think-
esport?
Oh,
so I mean, like, part of me
No.
as a competitor, like, I would want to, but is it possible?
Why
Like,
would
probably
we,
probably
why
not.
Would we switch?
Well, you gonna go play Counter Strike where the top people have been playing for fucking
20
15
years.
years?
As long as we've been playing COD, it's
You
like
gonna go play
Yeah.
League of Legends and
That
like
ain't
learn how to
happening.
shoot fairy dust at each other? Like, no, like I can't
nah. If
do
you
that.
were underage, if you like what Hook did,
yeah, like if
that's
you
smart.
started like super
That's
young,
smart.
that's a little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's
Hook was
different.
he already had roots in Halo. Like he was.
No, he
Not
didn't.
really.
No, he didn't.
Well,
He didn't.
he played Halo a lot growing up. Is what I'm
I
saying.
played Halo a lot growing
Yeah.
up.
But
I
I'm
mean,
saying you guys are saying PC games, and we haven't ever.
well, no, like
I didn't play PC games growing up.
I
ever.
played Halo growing up. I don't think I could go play Halo competitively.
I think you could if you were taught.
I think you could. I think
Well,
yeah. I think.
I mean, I don't know.
I,
Maybe.
okay, I think it's possible, but is it possible to like cross like platform, go from like console to PC? Like
I
I
mean, it's
think
hard
Nifty
looking.
is
It's
like
harder.
the only fucking.
If you're using the
one,
same
and
mechanics,
Nifty-
When
yeah,
they came
I'm-
to COD, though, like, I mean, if we go to Halo, you go to Halo, it's like, who wants to give him a chance?
Yeah.
That's how it was when they came to COD.
I mean,
It
look
was
at
like-
Formal. Nobody gave him a chance until
Yeah.
until he proved
And
himself.
I mean, like, do you want to go
But
through
it's-
that, and you might do it, or you might
Yeah,
not?
I know Nifty put in. He probably has put in 10,000 hours
Oh, insane.
since he
yeah,
switched.
I think
And-
it's
and
easier if you're
he's-
using the same mechanic. If you're using a controller, that it'd be easier for you because the muscle memory and your ability to do that. But when you're completely switching the steering wheel,
Yeah.
that's something completely different and super hard to do. So no on all counts. Two more. Nieves Werna. If the next COD is boots on the ground, what time period would you want to see? Also, if
Don't matter.
IW was boots on the ground, would you like it?
Don't matter what time period.
What do
huh?
you mean?
Time period, World
I
War
don't know,
II,
like a modern
doesn't
one.
matter.
current,
Literally,
modern
doesn't
warfare.
matter, though.
Does not matter,
Doesn't matter.
bro.
Yeah.
You could do. We could play with fucking laser beams.
Yeah, we could have this, but, like, on the
We could
ground.
play-
and I
So
think-
okay, the question stands. If
no,
IW,
no, I wouldn't
I
want
mean-
anything futuristic.
I wouldn't want anything.
Wait, what are
Not-
you saying? Like, would
not
you want
too
like a boots on the
futuristic.
ground with like fucking heat waves and all that still and camos, or like?
no, I want
Yeah,
a,
probably
I
not.
want like a. What's the best game that like the best base COD?
COD 4,
MW2.
MW2.
COD 4 rookies. All right,
Nah.
fine.
But like
MW2.
guns like that, like guns like
I play both.
MW2.
MW2. I didn't even play all
Like
of
a
MW2.
real
I know
gun,
MW2
Yeah.
not
is.
as not
Like
as
guns
yeah.
that we could go fucking shoot in Vegas like we did. Like an AR-15, fucking
Yeah.
Magnum.
So modern warfare.
Desert Eagle.
Yeah,
Modern
modern
warfare.
warfare.
Not
type-
advanced.
Yeah.
Modern.
Yeah.
Well, that's my father-in-law just walking the grounds. All right.
Stolen.
So Nieves, that's a good question. Josh, for the other and last question before the closing comments, if you could go pro, if you can click a switch, not considering money, not considering just from competitive sake,
Yes.
Counter-Strike.
Probably
CS.
CS, yeah.
First person shooter.
CS.
Just
yeah.
it's the most relatable thing to the COD that I like really liked.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Any closing statements? Anything you want to say about anyone that might be listening?
I want to say this.
Because you better believe
Yeah.
that Activision will be watching.
I got to say this, guys. So we've been like in this video, we've been like complaining about a lot of like minor things. Like they're not really minor, but they're not really major at the same time.
Easily fixable. things.
They're easily fixable. We've been dealing with this shit for years, literally years. So at this point, when they produce games that are not, up to par with a fucking $5 billion company, like we're gonna complain no matter what. So I don't want to come off as like us bitching, but this has been like enough is enough, and I don't even know what to say at this point. So I just want, like, I know you guys are thinking, well, you guys play video games for a living, like that's a dream job. At the same point, like any job is gonna have its pros and cons.
Yep.
We're just talking about the cons. We're not like, obviously none of us would trade this for the world, and I think that that's all that needs to be said. Like we're just talking about the cons, or the pros and cons, obviously.
I think we just want it to be the best it could be, and
yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
And you want to help it.
Yeah, literally, it could be like the most minuscule things like that could make the difference. Like I feel like we're not asking for things that are like way too out there. Like we're not
really
like, We're not like, hey, go
Well,
redo every fucking weapon.
We want
don't like these weapons.
Warm
get
up
rid of
stations
them.
at events. Devs listening to pros. Like,
But actually
what else?
listening, not just saying that they listen.
actually listening, and like how the.
I mean, I was
Nah,
gonna
you know
say
what?
like
No,
listening. Like,
ignore
hey,
that part, because if they think subs are balanced right now, you guys are out of your fucking mind. Like, dude, what?
Dude,
there's two viable.
They
there's
brought
three
in
viable
consultants from our community, and what have they?
You know
what
what's
have they
scary
done?
is part of me feels I don't know.
Did they
don't,
just do that just to?
I feel like they either don't have the tools or something isn't working, because like look at the lobbies. We just got the lobbies fixed, but they're not actually fixed because now lobbies are only invite only. It's like there's something wrong. I feel like there's something deeper that's wrong. Like they can't fix
Their
it, or they don't know
infrastructure. I
how,
feel like they're.
or something doesn't make sense, because every time they change, I get that like
I've
with
heard a lot
video
of
games.
rumors.
With video games,
No.
like I get that like
the rumors, so don't say
I
that.
get like when you change one thing in a game, it's gonna affect everything, and if it doesn't go together well, it's gonna break it.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, we just wanted like an option to close a lobby, and now they're only invite only lobbies. There was never that issue before.
Like, are
Like
they
it
just
was,
insulting
there were
us at
always
this point?
multiple options, and I'm sitting
Are
here
they
like
trolling?
wondering like, do they not know how to do it, or is it something like?
There has to be something.
There's got to be something, right?
It has to
Doesn't
be.
have
that.
They
There's either
don't
something or they
set
don't
out
have
to.
enough
They don't
It
set out
seems
to
like
get
it
that
used to
PR.
be a lot easier, and now
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
it's
They-
too complicated or something.
I personally don't think they have enough people to fix, like, because if you look at the patch notes,
Yeah.
they're not fixing one thing. They're fixing 100 things each patch.
Mhm.
So in all honesty, I think they have so many things to do, and they don't have enough people to do it in the amount of time.
I
allowed.
personally think that until they get a department solely dedicated to esports, and I'm talking about an entire division working parallel with the people that are
actually
working.
has some impact, or like can actually do something.
Yeah. And I do believe in the fact. I do believe that they at some point need to do even what you guys don't want, because trying something new is it's always like a thing, but correcting it is also something that's important.
It's gonna be too late soon.
Dude, it's just like part of me it makes me mad that like going back to when we first started this podcast, like the camo thing or the uplink thing, they were like things that nobody complained about. Nobody had problems with them. And then they just changed them. They like changed things that aren't broken, but then they don't
They
touch
did
the
that
things
so
that
much
are
in-
broken.
They did that
You know
so
what I
much
mean?
in Black Ops 3. You remember how sliding used to be when the game came out?
It's just like, why touch something that's broken?
What, the
Like you
G-slide?
guys,
Yeah, a perfect example is the G slide. There was like an easy way to do it, then they patched that, then there was another way to do it, then they patched that, and they didn't like patch the G slide itself. They patched the entire like movement sliding system. When it's like, I mean, I like this is all programming. We don't know shit about programming, so
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, they're always touching something that's not broken rather than the thing that's broken. And I don't know what the cause of it is, but I don't know. To me, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to code, we don't know anything about it, so we don't know how long it takes. I do want to close this podcast out by saying if anybody's watching, I don't care who it is, if you're a fan, if you're not a fan, if you're from Activision, if you're not from Activision, is bottom line, there is no other video game in my life that I am more passionate about than Call of Duty. The reason that we complain, the reason that we argue, and the reason that we say the things we do is because I personally, and I'm sure these guys out there, they're made it their lives, right? Some people have like Seth gave up going to college so he can focus on this specific thing in this career, and he's done everything that he can to build it. As have I, because we have a passion for this game. And I always argue, even when I'm talking to people at Activision, I always argue that I say Call of Duty is more my game than it is your game, because to you is your job, to me is my passion. I play it every single day, to this day. Right? 10 years after playing that. What is it? 2006. 6 years after, 7 years after, I'm still playing it every single day. I'm not bored of it. I'm passionate about it. We all are. We don't complain to make you look bad. We complain because taking the appropriate means of communication to have you improve something, to ask you to improve something, to ask you to work on something, just doesn't get the job done. And for the past 5 years, where I've been more than happy than to have private meetings and private conversations and being friendly and being actual friends with a lot of you, shit's just not getting done. So now it's come to the time to put you guys on the spot.
I'd like to add is, like, as a competitor or player, like, if you're like trying to be the best, you're gonna try to exploit the game in every way possible, and it's like we're like exploiting things that are busted or broken or OP, and they're waving it off. Like, I know the public people don't do it, but like, dude, something as simple as the bottom propulsion is an exploit that's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's so severe that it's aggravating. It pisses you off. Like, you see the bot, and I mean, I don't know. Like, it's a fucking bot, man. Like, go shoot the bot.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with it. It's like an exploit that you don't care about. It seems like,
and just like anything else, you can look at code all day long, and you can look at the facts all day long, but until you try it yourself, you won't be able to see the difference. So some of the problems is that the community people that work there and the people that are in charge of communicating shit to the fans, they themselves don't play the game as much as you do. And even when you do, you're not playing it as a sport. We know that Call of Duty didn't ask to become a sport. We get it. We know that you were thrown into this. We get it. We understand. But you're either gonna work for it or you're just not gonna do it. If you're gonna throw tournaments and post $4 million up for grabs, then I'm sure that there's a way to dedicate people to making it the most competitive it can be and doing it right. We know that you didn't ask to be a sport.
And like I said, like, exploits at the highest level. If there's anything you could possibly do to give you an advantage, like, it's gonna happen. Like, look at fucking even the G slide is a simple exploit that the average person's not gonna do, but everybody who played competitive did. Whether it was GB, UMG, Team Scrim, or whatever you're playing, you're gonna G-slide. Just like they don't understand that at that high level, if they don't fix the things that are like really broken that the high level players are gonna do, like, it's gonna make everybody miserable.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where just a lot of the complaints have came from over the years, just like broken things that they just don't fix. I don't know.
Seth, anything else?
I just think we should make our own league.
No, thank you. That's a headache I am not willing to touch. And with that, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode. Second episode went majestically, if I do say so myself. Ian, thank you for taking the drive to come out here. Seth, thank you for taking a shower before you came down here.
Jesus,
a little more than a shower, right,
late.
Seth?
Well, he was making love to himself.
Oh, jeez.
Listen, I only slept 4 hours. I was up for this shit. So.
All right. Well, we appreciate
it's
it.
your fault.
Karma, you're coming back as an individual for the podcast, so I appreciate that. And yeah, with that, Hitch, hit him with the music.